Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my Speedraw videos. Today I'm drawing a clown lady. I contemplated giving her a bright red nose, but I decided maybe a little boop nose would look better. As far as her design, like what she's wearing, she's pretty much dressed like a regular clown is, but her color scheme gave me more mime vibes than classic clown, so I think that's why I decided that on the nose. Yeah, I was really never afraid of clowns. I mean, if there was a clown running at me with like an axe or something, yeah, I'd be a little scared, but I think that would pretty much be the case for anything. It's like if I saw Granny running up to me at mech speed, I might be a little afraid. Not gonna lie, just a little. I was talking to a friend today about middle school because that's when we met, and it reminded me of my math teacher, my 6th grade math teacher. She was my math teacher, and in 6th grade you're like 11 and everyone liked her, especially the boys, but like everyone liked her because she was always joking around. And her favorite jokes, I swear to God, were fart jokes or any kind of stuff like that. I remember one time, like 69 came, we were in math, so like numbers all the time. 69 came up somewhere and she like giggled, and not just to herself, like publicly, because if a teacher starts giggling at 69, the students probably are too. So that's why I think a lot of the boys liked her. But also she was really young for a teacher. I think she must have been like 26 or 27. She was about like 4'5". I know that now. And she was really, I don't know, just out there, blonde, short, young, funny. So yeah, you could see why a lot of people liked her. But unfortunately, we got off on the wrong foot right off the get-go. So first day of class, she has us do an activity, and it's a height activity. So she gets out her big jar of candy, and she says to the class, the first person who can accurately guess her height gets a piece of candy. So, people are starting off, they're like 5'3", 5 foot, or no, not 5 foot, 4'3" and 4'7", stuff like that. And like, I wanted some candy, but at this time, I really didn't have a good grasp of like distance. Like, I couldn't accurately or even like proximately tell you what a mile looked like, or even a foot or an inch. Like, I don't know why there was such why that was such a problem for me, but I don't know. I guess I never used it. So yeah, I wanted to go. So I guessed 3'5" or something ridiculous like that. Like, she was short, but she wasn't 3'5" short. And the half the class started giggling or just straight up laughing. And like, I caught on. I was like, obviously, I guessed a height that was way off. I didn't know if I was like too tall or too short. I just knew that I was off. But I think she took it a little personal, because she didn't really like me that much after that. Like, whenever I would raise my hand, unless I was the only person raising my hand, she wouldn't call on me. She had like 0 to no patience for me. I was a pretty quiet kid in class. I still am. But, like, if I ever did talk, it was always shut down, like, way faster than anyone else. All of that was whatever. because that didn't really happen all that often. But later on in high school, when I was a sophomore, she actually substituted one of my classes, a math class, and she had us do an activity where she would pair us off or put us in groups of like 4 people. So it was like Larry, Kyle, Mike, and Jenny go to group 1, and Sarah, Jenny, and I don't know. I ran out of names. Luke and Gracie go to group 2. And after she explained all of her directions and like where people were gonna go, I went up to her because I didn't hear what group I was supposed to be in. So I went up to her and I said, I couldn't hear you. I don't know what group I'm supposed to go in. And she looks at me and she's like, okay. And then she goes back to reading, like whatever she was reading, just completely dismissive. And like, there's no way it wasn't because of, that height thing that happened like 5 years ago at that point. It's like, why are you holding a grudge against some 11-year-old and over something so dumb? Whatever. Her problem, not mine. But then, like, I think it was either my senior year or the year after I graduated high school, the high school hired her to DJ for like a prom or like homecoming or something like that. And apparently she completely bombed. She brought in like EDM music and dubstep. And it's like, I think she got like the generations of schools wrong, because it's like maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, high schoolers would have been into that, maybe. But it's like at this point, what was really in was like Ed Sheeran and, just artists like Adele, artists like that. So she completely bombed. And it was like that was the only thing people talked about for like 2 weeks. And I was like, I didn't say anything because it's like, what, like, I don't know. But I was in the background like, yes, good. And then last I heard, she quit teaching and she went off to go be like a dance instructor or something like that. I don't even think she lives like around here anymore. Not sure if she even lives in the state I live in anymore. And it's like, kind of hope I never see you again. Okay, bye. Yeah. Middle school math, not a fun time. I also wanted to mention I did just launch a Patreon. You can join my Patreon from anything from like $1 to $6 a month. You guys know how like on YouTube you can't really post a whole lot of. You can post a lot, but it's like you are limited to some things. And if you guys follow me on any of my social media platforms, you know that I draw stuff that is a lot more lewd than this stuff, like a lot more. But I can't post it here, obviously. But yeah, on my Patreon, I do post speed draws and commentaries of that more hardcore stuff that I can't really put on here, And if you guys join, you would be supporting my channel and my art. Yeah, just something to think about. I remember right here, I was trying to give her a mold because I thought it would look nice, and then I accidentally put it under the paint, and I was like, I actually think it looks better as more face paint. So, just roll with the punches. This is an OC, so it's not like anyone's gonna notice anyway. Except you guys. Now you guys know. Yeah. Yeah, we're about done here. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye.